Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
Well, hello there, fellow citizen of the Reject Nation. We are here today to watch Wake Up Dead Man, a Knobs Out mystery today. All right, well, look at us. There's 4 of us.
Hey.
How'd this happen? Well, little backstory. John and I covered Glass Onion a couple of years ago. Video went through the roof. These two have been covering Knives Out and Glass Onion right now, so it was like...
Went down into the ground.
Let's combine forces. We don't have the timing to do it for Stranger Things, but we can do it for this Rian Johnson adventure. Tara, how are you feeling right now?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's a holiday time. I really like it. I have my Santa thing on and my reject sweater on, so I feel good.
You look good. I like when you
Thanks.
touch your chest. Andrew, you're not touching your chest.
Touch it! Good job.
How are you feeling, Andrew?
It's good. I got my reject thing shirt on. I love this, even though it was supposed to be Greg. Sorry about that, buddy.
It's the best.
She gave it to me.
Pretty good one.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. My back's been bothering me. I've been feeling a little bit like Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man 2, but I'm doing okay. I'm excited. I love this series. Seriously.
Yeah, it's fun.
Aaron and I have been talking about this. I don't know how about the rest of y'all feel, but I would love to see a Rian Johnson Star Wars film that's a murder mystery like this. Just saying.
Why did he try to kill Kylo?
Yes.
And John,
Onion. Yes,
how are you feeling?
Doing great. I'm fantastic. It's holiday times, like Tara said. We're gonna watch a mystery. I'm excited. These are always a fun ensemble experience for film nerds. Let's do it. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I haven't shot anything in quite a while, so I'm excited to be joining all you guys. So you guys can carry the heavy load while I just sit here quietly.
Okay.
Not expressive. It's going to be a good time. It's a great time when you guys can leave a like on this video. Please thumbs up that bad boy. Praper, you guys have been editing nonstop. I want to shout you guys early at the top of this video because you guys have been killing it, helping us have a holiday, helping us have a good December. And you know who else has been killing it? Those who have been becoming righteous rejects. Those are those who are scanning this barcode right here on screen or going to the link in the description box and pinned comment to get themselves some new RR apparel, like any one of these random new tees that we are rocking, like Doctor Stranger things, Reject things, Vecna, Universal Monster horror inspired shirt, or Tara touching her chest. That's a new tee that we're gonna have around here. New TT. Ha 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 ha!
This is a Reject Christmas sweater.
And patrons, you guys are also great people too. Full length reaction watch along where you sync it with your own copy. We of course watch this up Netflix right now. Yay, Netflix and streaming services by Warner Brothers. All right, you guys ready to do this?
Yeah!
Booyah. The string music in these, brilliant. I wonder what like the political theme will be this time.
We didn't get a ta-dum.
I
is
stayed
kinda
away from
scary.
the trailers.
I haven't seen the trailer either.
Me neither.
Have you? I haven't
Nope.
seen it.
All I know is it might be a little poish.
Starting off on a fireplace, huh?
Hard to know where to start. I guess to tell the story of the Good Friday murder through my eyes, I gotta start here.
Oh, I love him.
That guy from the
9 months ago when this asshole
Challengers.
deacon said something way out of line, and I did this.
Did you snap?
Oh, bah.
You got a little fight
damn.
training?
What a fun start to watching a priest do something a priest shouldn't do.
Then.
Reminds me of John at round 1.
In my previous life, yes, I was a boxer. I lived on the streets. I did some other things.
We need fighters today,
2019.
but to fight the world, not ourselves.
Jeffrey, right?
Shepherd, the world is a wolf.
No.
World is a wolf. Okay.
The world is a vampire.
I don't believe that, Father, respectfully. You start fighting wolves, and before you know it, everyone you don't understand is a wolf.
He's a bit
He
of
was a wolf.
himself. Yes, he was. Last of Us.
Fighting instinct, and I gave into it today, but Christ came to heal the world, not fight it. I believe that. This, not this, you know?
Is this going to have religious angles?
Just want to be a good priest.
Huh.
Show broken people like me the forgiveness and love of Christ. The world needs that so bad.
Yeah, you can tell he's got a moral complexity.
You give me one more shot, and I promise I'll do that.
I'll not miss my chance to blow. I like they're doing this in the basketball gym.
I'm going to...
Interesting.
Let's see if we can all solve this mystery together, guys.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Wright did it.
You stuck your neck out for me so many times. I let you down. Whatever the...
All right. Deacon Clark is famously...
In.
We're sending you to a small parish in Chimney Rock. It's
Chimney
just
Rock.
one priest there now.
Assistant pastor?
Well, curb your enthusiasm.
Hey.
You're going to Our Lady of Perpetual Fortitude, led by Monsignor Jefferson Wicks. Have you heard of Jefferson Wicks? Wicks has his supporters here. I'm not one of them. Between you and me, I think he's a few beads shy of a full rosary and a real son of a bitch.
Bars.
Good direct he is.
He could use some of what you said in there. You understand?
Could use some juice.
Not at all? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Spirit's got me. Let me at him.
Hey,
Oh my God. What a nerd.
not this, right?
I feel like those fists will come in handy, though.
Good luck, kid.
Good luck, have fun, don't die.
It's an interesting setup because Catholicism is so rooted with a lot of people with guilt, and this guy's immediately starting off with one to alleviate his guilt.
Yeah.
Daniel in the lion's den. David facing off Goliath.
Those are Bible
Young,
stories.
dumb, and full of Christ. Ready for anything.
Young, dumb, and full of Christ is wild.
Oh, somebody took the cross down.
Whoa.
Cool shadow.
Whoa.
That's awesome. Oh,
Wake up, dead
love the
man.
font of it, too.
Yeah, that like old Gothic script.
Is that Brolin?
Father Jefferson? Hello. Judd Duplessis from Albany?
Lord be with you, Judd Duplessis from Albany.
Definitely Brolin.
I didn't know he was inside.
Ah.
You here to take my church away from me?
No.
Good.
Old generation versus the new.
Call me Monsignor
On Wicks.
I see you've met Martha.
Martha? No.
Why did you say that name?
Monsignor Wicks.
God. I didn't know she was in
It
this.
was a bit blotchy.
I love
You'll
her.
be fine, Martha.
Father Judd.
That's very funny.
Thank you, Martha. I was actually just saying to Father Wicks.
Monsignor Wicks.
I appreciate the attention to detail on Father versus Monsignor. A lot of movies don't pay attention to that.
Whew. This is going great, I think.
So dorky.
I know him well. He handpicked you, sent you here. It says something to me.
God, he's in so many movies this year.
Yeah.
Tells me a lot.
Well, I'm not used to flying solo, but no.
Tells me you're a brawler.
I'm here to serve.
Take my confession.
Uh-oh.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been 6 weeks since my last confession.
7 Hail Marys.
I've envied the material wealth of others. I saw this luxury car commercial. Sam had it on his TV, Lexus. And I thought, that is a good-looking car. I've masturbated
Oh.
Good for you.
4 times this week, 4 or 5 generally. And what I say, 6 weeks? Well, let's say 30 times.
Jeez. Jeez.
In the morning,
A lot of
once,
release.
Once in the shower, standing up,
He lied.
which was convenient. Just use the bath gel.
Oh my God, dude.
It's in the middle of the night. Have to dream about.
That's all right.
You don't have to confess everything to me.
You know, I read this article, but the cats were girls, and
He's a furry.
I hadn't prepared. So I had to finish into a copy of Catholic Chronicle magazine,
Oh my God.
what was on the end table, which is probably its
my
own kind of
God.
sin.
The Lord appreciates the details. The devil is in there. You got to get him out.
I thought this was just weird. But looking back now, I know.
Every time.
This was Wicks's first punch. 5 Hail Marys and 1 glory be.
Thank you, Father.
Yeah, touch that hand. Touch that free hand.
You
Might
don't
be
know
a
which hand
lefty.
he uses.
It wouldn't be
Yeah.
his last.
It might be a south
Like that sound.
I know there was a little bit of a squelch on that hand.
Yeah, there was.
Over the next few weeks, I settled in at Our Lady of Perpetual Fortitude.
This is the first time our main character is actually a guy.
The only other full-time employee,
Was
groundskeeper.
that the
Sam's-
magazine he used?
Sam.
Oh,
Great frame. Oh,
Thomas
shit.
Hayden Church.
God.
This
Where
cast.
have you been, sir?
Man, when I said Toby in Spider-Man 2, it's a foreshadowing.
He used to drink too, but he said to me once, if I can stave off that demon, you can.
Great
Every
70
day,
shot.
It is a struggle.
Wow, great shot.
I credit him and my sweet Martha.
You're sweet Martha.
I'd do anything for her.
Dude, Pepsi girl.
I want a Pepsi.
My angel on earth.
As far as the church goes, Martha does it all. She keeps the books, manages donations, files everything.
File that.
He's got so many distinct voices in this movie.
This right here, it's Lazarus door. Takes construction equipment to open from the outside. That one push,
The
sent it
musical.
tumbling to the ground from inside.
Lazarus door. Lazarus was resurrected.
Who's in there then?
Prentice. It's his grandfather. Was like a father to me. Makes me sick.
Oh.
These kids painting rocket ships all over his sacred resting place.
Yes, that is what they are.
So he married an axe murderer.
I do a little woodworking, so thought I could borrow some of Sam's tools, make a proper one.
We leave that. A reminder, the shameful sin of the harlot.
Whoa.
Oh.
So eating an apple.
And the phallic just.
When Prentice entered the priesthood and founded this church, he was widowed with a daughter. Grace was her name.
Ironic.
She loved revealing clothes and her fancy brands.
Fancy brands. Oof.
Did you afford her much grace?
She around bars, was soon pregnant by a drifter.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Prentice had a vast family fortune in the bank. To protect his grandson, Wicks, he promised that if Grace stayed under his roof, fortune would be willed to her.
Jeez.
The waited for her father to die.
These filters are so cool. Like through his window.
Through the yeah.
Martha, remember this. Wealth and the power that comes with it is Eve's apple.
Whoa.
His day came at last. I was there.
I was there.
She finished her story there.
Take his final communion.
Oh, what are we talking?
On the holy altar.
He was poisoned.
The harlot whore went straight to Prentice's attorney. Give me my money, she said. And do you know what he said? Yes, you are heir to every single penny Prentice had.
Oh, jeez.
And in his accounts, not one hot dime.
Oh.
What did he do with the fortune?
Gave it to the poor, say some. Threw it in the ocean, say others. No one knows. It was gone.
So there's a fortune here.
This is behind the Lazarus door.
Final act of grace was to keep the corrupting evil out of wicked hands.
Oh, God.
Bars.
Was this? What is this?
The evil apple.
She said.
Yeah.
But I knew. Look not for Eve's apple. Your inheritance is now Christ.
Eve ill. Golly.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Whoa.
Wow.
So cool.
And the
It's getting,
lens
like,
flare.
Actually expressive with this.
In a demonic rage, she defiled this holy place.
Whoa.
Oh,
no. Oh, not the Jesus
Whoa.
statue.
She's gonna take down that cross.
Whoa. Get it, girl.
Blasphemy.
Indeed.
Desecration.
Yeah.
Evil
That's why the
incarnate.
cross is that.
Almost feels like what Helen did to Edward Norton's place at the end of the second movie.
Oh,
Shit.
my God.
Oh.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Damn.
That's insane.
She died.
Oh, she's still got the scars.
Prentice's tomb.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Brain aneurysm, they said.
Holy tamale.
Struck down,
kill her
I
or something?
say, by God in his mercy.
Darkness of that story was the bedrock of this place. You could feel it.
His necktie.
It casts a shadow over everything.
Vera Draven, local attorney, she was loyal and devoted.
Draven.
It's not a whodunit, so who's in it?
You became a lawyer so you could take over his family practice?
I became a lawyer because I wanted to do great things in the world.
Oh,
Get out.
Her adopted son, Cy, just moved back home after trying and failing to get a foothold in politics. Hey,
Not interested.
it's nice having him back. When Vera was young, just out of law school, her dad came home with 10-year-old Cy out of the blue and told Vera she was going to raise him. No questions asked.
That's
Okay.
tough.
The whole town knew he was obviously her illegitimate brother, but Vera accepted it.
I've given up a lot to be loyal to my dad and to Cy and to Wicks. When my dad is looking down on me from heaven, I think he is very pleased with me.
Sure. So much pain in that smile.
I came this close. I was the GOP golden boy, the great hope. I've got connections and ins and outs. I was on the cusp, but I just couldn't engage voters. I didn't have that cult of personality thing, I guess.
You gotta get podcasts.
And I tried everything. Believe me, I hammered the race thing, I hammered the gender thing, the trans thing.
Well, you're so insincere.
The election thing, the abortion thing.
You're just talking points, man.
Thing about induction stoves, Israel, library books, vaccines, AK-47, socialism.
Everything on the internet.
5G, everything.
5G.
All that I did. Nobody, just nothing.
Maybe we need to get back to fundamentals. You know, basic building blocks and how to genuinely inspire people.
The basics, like show them something they hate and then make them afraid it's going to take away something they love.
Yes, sir.
Nat Sharp, the town's...
Hey. Oh, my goodness. Everybody is in this.
Darla left me last week.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Took the kids, moved to Tucson with some guy that she met on a fish message board.
Oh, Fish the band?
Dr. Nat was spinning out. He wasn't successful enough, rich enough, good enough for her. The closest thing...
Oh, my God. I love
sci-fi writer
so
Lee
much.
The Crescent Limbo series,
Yes.
I Stick of Time, The Crystalline Juncture. 10 years ago, Lee moved here from New York.
Where's Ethan of Athos?
I was about to say, yes.
His book sales and popular standing have been in slow decline ever since.
These sets are so well constructed.
Holy Man and the Troubadour. I found it a tough read, but he pinned all of his hopes on it.
This is my last chance ticket out of Substack hell.
Substack hell.
I can't take it anymore. My readers these days, I mean, they are survivalist freaks. They all look like John Goodman in The Big Lebowski.
What happens when you find a man in the Alps?
Simone was new to town. She'd been a world-class cellist.
Simone.
Forced to retire 5 years ago for health reasons.
Kaylee Spaney?
Work is so good.
Some mysterious nerve thing that doctors cannot diagnose.
I believed they could heal me. Suckered. Dipshit moi.
Interesting spot to be smoking a cigarette. So ironic.
And to take someone's faith and exploit it for money. It's the ultimate evil.
Dude, that's like Saw X.
Don't you think it is?
Yeah, it's bad. But I understand wanting to believe.
This feels different, though. Faith in God to heal me.
Christian Science.
I feel hopeful now. Like a miracle could happen.
Faith does provide that hope.
That's how Monsignor Wicks makes me feel.
Out of the upswell of the music.
They're talking about like cult of personality to inspire and lead from the other guy. They keep going back to Wick, who has that effect on the people here.
Wicks kept his core group tight, and the seductive power of his charisma was undeniable.
Oh, man. Wow.
Every week, he would pick someone out, a newcomer usually, and he would attack.
I love the use of shadows in this movie. Look at that shadow right there. It's brilliant.
Don't feel bad. Have that affair. Tell that lie. Have that child out of wedlock. Satisfy your selfish heart.
This is like the devil in church.
Yes. Depriving that child of a family.
Snap your finger.
An assault on our castle, the institution of manhood. My own mother made that selfish choice with me, and I curse her selfish heart for it every day of my life.
Oh, God.
Putting her needs and wants before the family God intended. I am enough. Me.
Wow.
Yikes.
Selfish harlot heart, you are not.
Wow, what is him?
Might as well beat that child. Yes, might as well starve that child. Defy the family that the Lord intended and watch your child burn beneath that burden.
Oh?
Jeez.
Pushing it too far, and what he's pushing for every time is a walkout.
Yeah.
Why does he do this? When that person walks out, everyone watches. And even if in the light of day it's indefensible, deep down in the dark, it scratches an itch.
Different day, different outfit.
Yeah.
Was it going after gay people? Going after gay people while wearing the pink? Yeah.
So ironic.
Testing tolerances, tapping deep poisoned wells, hardening, binding with complete.
Ranting with the mask lady.
Okay, welcome to our first Father Judd prayer group.
It's Old Testament versus New Testament.
This is all about
breaking down walls between us and Christ, us and each other, us and the world.
That sweater.
When I was 17, I was a boxer, and I killed a man in the ring.
Wow. Oh, shit.
Wow.
I built up so many walls of anger, addiction, violence. It was only when I felt safe enough to put my dukes down, open my arms.
The love.
Confess my deepest sin. That was the day that Christ saved my life. He didn't transform me. He sustains me every day.
This guy's really good at this.
That's daily bread, right? I think that's what the church should be. That's what I want this church to be for me and for all of you.
There's going to be an eternal war here at this church.
Yeah.
You're asking for a whole new philosophical foundation.
Monsignor Wicks isn't coming.
Huh.
Oh, boy.
No.
He's going to get a lot of walkouts.
I thought we could just talk and start sharing.
But he knows that we're doing these, right?
Oh, no.
Of course, I'll tell him. I want us to connect and,
You'll tell him contraction of the simple future tense, meaning you haven't yet told him?
Look at Jeremy Renner's body language.
This is a prayer meeting. It's not a secret anything.
Well, it's a secret prayer meeting.
No.
That's literally what it is.
I just texted the Monsignor.
Okay.
It isn't a secret anymore. Now, if we could just get back to breaking down those walls through Christ's love.
He says, what the holy heck?
I'm probably going to post this tomorrow. Can I tag you?
I prefer you didn't.
I probably will anyway.
I know.
How snappy the dialogue is.
Could you walk into that church of your own free will and confess your deepest sin to Wicks, Martha, without fear? Because if not, this whole place is a whitewashed tomb.
Oh.
Yes, I could.
Well, good.
Come on. There's a fighter in him that just keeps wanting to come out. He's trying to fight with love and lead with love.
I love watching him. I don't know if I've seen him in anything else.
What was your confession?
Oh.
Her husband in there?
Did she fool around with the father, Monsignor?
Oh, my. Oh.
Oh.
She fool around with the Monsignor?
Oh, my.
It was on Palm Sunday that I finally broke.
And then twice in the shower this week, doing that thing I told you about where I hold my hand upside down.
5 Our Fathers, 5 Hail Marys.
Sleeves rolled up.
Well, we're at 9 months now, Judd. How are you enjoying it here? Are you breaking down some walls?
I'm breaking down.
I betrayed a fellow priest's privacy. I know that Martha keeps her medical bills filed in the office, so I went through them.
Oh, boy.
I had a radical prostatectomy 5 years ago, making you physically incapable of an erection.
Oh.
What?
So he's been...
I can handle whatever this is.
Uh-oh.
For the past 9 months, I've seen the way you tend this flock. And
So he was lied.
You don't like it?
no, Monsignor, I don't.
Tell him.
That's sharp. And Christ's love should be a launching pad for that. And instead, he's just every day getting more and more angry and bitter against his ex-wife, against women. And Lee, he's a storyteller. The only story he tells is, the world is out to get me. And now he's just spinning out and angry.
Damn.
Did you know he literally built a moat around his house?
What?
Oh, my goodness.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
It's mostly
awesome.
symbolic.
Literal, man.
I know how much she's giving now, and the past few months, she's basically supporting this place. I believe in the possibility of miracles through Christ, but what you're giving her is not that.
Damn.
Wow.
Cleaver.
And God help you, it makes her feel betrayed again.
God help me. Anything else?
Every week now, he takes
Wow.
what he's saying
Whoa.
mass and plugs him into his political rants. He's
There's
co-opting,
God
honestly,
in
I think
Doge.
misrepresenting the church in a dangerous way. Is that how Christ led his flock? Is that what we're supposed to do?
Dang, dude.
Oh.
Right now, you're angry.
What a
You should be.
what a book. The
Dangerous if
crows
you weren't.
fly over him. Right
Helpless, and I do it again.
Ravens.
I'm the world. You're the church.
Oh, God.
Fight
Yeah,
back.
fight back, buddy.
Yes, anger. Anger lets us fight back, take back the ground we've lost. And we've lost so much ground.
Are you going to convert him?
And now you're afraid. Look at those bare knuckle instincts coming back. Good. You're afraid I'm going to come at you again, but you're protecting yourself.
Oh, he knows how to spin shit so well.
Because the world wants to destroy us. Your version of love and forgiveness is a sop. Meanwhile, they destroy us.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But I carry my burden. I hold the line. And you simpering child from Albany, are you gonna get angry?
God, it's such a reflection of our world.
Yeah.
The weaponizing of fear and anger in order to keep people loyal and to have them feel emboldened in a false way.
You're poisoning this church, and I'll do whatever it takes to save it.
Oh, now we got to fight.
Whatever it takes.
Fight's on.
To cut you out like a cancer. 5 Our Fathers, 5 Hail Marys.
There's kind of an ironic casting to Josh Brolin because his dad's most famous role was in Amityville Horror, which very much was a religious horror film, and now he looks kind of like his dad in the way he's done his hair and beard and stuff.
Now the betrayal to find my authority and faith in life itself.
It's not about worshiping Christ. It's about worshiping him.
Yeah.
Get out!
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Through a Bible.
Wow.
Wicks's final move. Open war against me.
The devil Elvis.
Toasty.
You had me at hell.
You devil wolf. Nikolai, I'm sorry. I broke that. Don't worry about it.
Oh, is that the guy from the first 2 movies? Daryl and the cop?
It's Noah Segan. He's always in Rian Johnson's stuff.
Yeah.
There was a strange tension in the air. I can't recall the homily, but it felt different.
You just see the intensity.
More unhinged.
It's like he's losing grasp.
Power.
As always, after the homily, Wicks was spent, emotionally and physically, and needed some time to recover. He would duck into the small storage closet just to the side of the sanctuary so he'd be out of sight. Behold the wood of the cross, on which hung the salvation of the world.
Did he die?
He must have died.
These are hard.
Oh, no. He was the most fun one to watch.
What's wrong?
Jefferson?
Oh, no. Oh, this whole place is going to spiral.
They were all watching, though.
What?
Oh.
Blood. Great shot. Jeez.
There's something in his back.
Wait, don't touch it.
Oh, is it that?
A devil Elvis?
Yeah.
Delvis?
Elvis.
From the bar?
Ooh.
Oh, no.
The wolf.
No.
Oh.
Satan! Satan struck him down, the devil! Or Satan!
Oh.
Don't remove it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Who was not in attendance?
Yeah.
The ambulance took just 5 minutes to arrive.
Wow. What a beat.
When I joined the others outside, the police were just arriving.
He will rise again in the glory of the Lord.
Evil dies tonight.
It was an insane event for a tiny town. And poor Geraldine, the local chief, was thrown in
Mila Kunis?
headlong.
Christ.
Mila Kunis.
Fascinating.
Interesting casting.
It's literally impossible for anyone to have done this, so I don't know what this is.
Need Benoit Blanc.
Father, why don't you go get some rest? But I should warn you before you walk out if the town is talking. Cy Draven put this up on his YouTube this morning.
She's Jewish.
And I'll do whatever it takes to save it.
What? Oh, he was there.
He had the directional mic.
Oh.
It's been reposted quite a bit.
This is not good for
Frickin'
him.
Draven, that crow.
Part of my soul that cannot lie to Christ or myself or you.
You.
Wow.
Constant use of this shot.
I was happy. The old man was dead.
We need to fill that little shade. We need to fill that across.
That relief on the wall.
Jesus, help me.
He'll come in the form of Benoit Blanc.
Show me the way through this, please.
He's got his own crust in there, ATM. Oh.
Hello?
Ask and you shall receive.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you open?
Always.
You all right?
No.
Well,
I thought he was kept at such a distance,
Right?
though. You're still in his
Hard to
POV.
be in here and not feel his presence.
who's? Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Right.
You're not a Catholic?
No, very much not, no. My mother was very, very religious, you know.
Were you close with her?
No. When I was a boy, but it's
complicated.
It's complicated.
Family?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, great overlapping in the deliveries there.
How does all this make you feel?
Hey.
Close up, first close up.
How does it make me feel?
What a unique question for him.
Well, the architecture, that interests me. I feel the grandeur.
The change of the day.
Mystery.
Cool.
What a great
cool.
switch up
That's
in the,
fascinating
the
contrast
lighting.
from light to dark.
And it's like someone has shot a story at me that I do not believe.
It's
built upon the empty promise of a child's fairy tale filled with malevolence and misogyny and homophobia.
Whew.
It's like an ornery mule kicking back. I want to pick it apart and pop its perfidious bubble of belief and get to a truth I can swallow without choking.
Great monologue to have in a oneer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cook, man.
Let's freaking go.
The rafter details are very fine, though.
State glass.
You're right. It's storytelling. And this church, it's not medieval. We're in New York. It's neo-Gothic 19th century. Has more in common with Disneyland than Notre Dame. Do these stories convince us of a lie? Or do they resonate with something deep inside us that's profoundly true?
Wow. God, I love as a hot potato passes, the light changes.
We can't express any other way.
See the sun.
Great lens
shining.
flare.
Except storytelling.
They must have done that with a light.
Oh,
They had
definitely.
to have.
Definitely. I think they probably lit it the way how they did like the Frankenstein movie with the outdoor lighting coming in. So you can use natural lighting in.
It's as if a cloud had passed. Yeah.
I probably should have led with this. My name is Benoit Blanc. I'm a detective. I've taken an interest in the murder of Jefferson Wicks. Would you allow me to help you?
The priest getting help.
Your lips are cracked with dehydration. You haven't slept all night. You spent it out of doors by the state of your pant legs on your knees in prayer. What I see is not a guilty man in torment.
Exactly.
But an innocent man tormented by guilt. Let me help you.
How? Incredible
This
line.
was dressed as a miracle. It's just a murder, and I solve murders.
Yeah, we do.
Friend of the channel, I got to tell you something. Before we ever started this YouTube channel, John and I actually first tried doing t-shirt designs. Let me tell you, it did not go well. We did not know how to sell a darn thing. So we canned that. And eventually, YouTube became a thing. But in our heart of hearts, we always found our way back to merch. The difference this time, Shopify. It allowed us to actually fulfill the dream we first started on before this channel ever existed. We've been using Shopify for a couple of years now. We started using them before they ever partnered with us via a sponsorship, and we've never even thought about switching. It's just that reliable and so easy to use. Now, if you've never heard of Shopify, it's the global commerce platform that helps you sell online and in person. So whether you're starting out with one product or scaling up to thousands, Shopify's got everything in one place. Customizable templates, inventory management, analytics, built-in marketing tools, the whole ecosystem. It's made for beginners like myself. I still consider myself a beginner, but trusted by major brands. Believe me, your customers will feel that too. So it's secure checkout, fast performance, and an experience that feels polished from day one. So if you have an idea you're sitting on, whether it's, I don't know, comics, candles, pet gear, comic tees, you can make your dream a reality with Shopify, just like we did. You could sign up for $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realrejects. Once again, that's shopify.com/realrejects. Thank you again, Shopify, for allowing us to fulfill something we didn't think was possible.
Ew.
So casual.
Freaking
1, 2, 3.
This is a dark sense of humor. I appreciate it.
Oh, I don't belong here. I can't be in here. I don't know why you brought me. Hey!
Nice.
A lot of his shots feel Scorsese inspired this time.
You need to go through this with me. The real killer is out there. We've got to find him, nail him. I'm sorry.
That was good.
You are still a suspect. The point is, you do not need to be here without a lawyer. Do you understand that?
No.
If I can help find out who did, then I'm in. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, stick with me.
I mean, I feel like it would be Glenn Close doing some type of has a partner who did this.
The red devil head thing, that ended up...
I threw it at the church and it broke a window. And then after the chrism mass on Monday, Martha said she found a small broken window.
Kids.
Did she?
Oh, right. And then her husband found him.
I love his spectacles. I'm leaning.
That's such cool framing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
So like one of those People magazine photo things.
Yeah.
Ah, there it is. Here's what you did it with. Huh? Come on, cut him out like a cancer.
This is where your moral faith really gets tested when everyone's accusing you of a crime you didn't commit.
This is something you and I have not experienced. A textbook example of a perfectly impossible crime.
Yeah.
The stuff of detective fiction. This should not exist in our real world. And yet here it is.
We gotta talk to the writer.
Grail.
He's so hard right now.
How do we get there?
The source. John Dixon Carr's The Hollow Man.
Kevin Bacon?
Golden Age detective novel. And a veritable primer on the locked door mystery, the impossible crime.
I knew it was Kevin Bacon who did this.
Locked door mystery.
Whose body? The murders in the Rue Morgue. Roger Ackroyd.
Oh.
Agatha Christie, actual murder mystery books that inspired this trilogy.
Practically a syllabus for how to commit this crime.
Yeah.
And the whole flock is in this group?
Let's pause the movie, read all the books, and come back.
Wicks was stabbed with the knife before entering the closet.
I love how he's like, he framed this with this like godly sense, this darkness. Now that Benoit's in there, it's framed so simply, like so natural and real.
Any device behind him capable of propelling a heavy, unbalanced dagger into his back
Someone can hide back there.
would have been hidden from the camera and the witnesses in the nave, but certainly would have been witnessed by Father Judd.
No, I didn't see a knife-shooting robot behind him.
Possibility 2. He was killed while inside the closet by someone or something that was outside the closet.
Is there a secret door into that closet?
Was someone like...
He was killed while inside the closet by a device that was also inside the closet.
Is there a Lazarus door?
What triggered with the remote?
Well, these walls are thick, but a very strong RF signal could blast through them. So where would one hide?
Thomas Hayden Church seems like the likely culprit who could do that.
I remember that clangy thud. His face was towards the door, so he was standing at the back facing out. So the knife must have somehow come through the back wall.
Knives out.
What about a false wall that was removed later?
Go to town, Father Brown.
Ah.
Father Brown.
Nothing else was found on the floor of this space, yes?
The red thread.
Wait, what? The
thread?
Red thread.
2 strings of thick red thread, about 3 inches long, found there, over by the body, next to the hip.
Hey, our boy was wearing red.
Martha, you should go home and get some rest. Can I do anything for you?
Leave. Your original sin has stained this place. False priest.
Oh, he ain't effing around.
But yeah, if finding the facts with that detective puts me against you and this flock, then so be it.
Tell her.
Can I use your bag? You didn't listen to the game during Friday's service on your radio.
I would not. Martha doesn't approve.
So you taped it?
Dr. Sharp's call to the hospital happened at 3:47 p.m. And 90 seconds before that.
What?
So several things could have caused that glitch. To answer your question, yes, it is consistent with a strong burst of RF interference that you might get from a...
Oh.
Oh, wow.
On which hung the salvation of the world.
Oh, it's not syncing up.
The
Yeah,
glitch,
it's way after the fact.
When the RF burst happened, he was already on the ground with a knife in his back, and Father Judd was staring right at him.
Could be a delay.
You said if you had all the pieces, you would have an answer.
I know. And yet,
you got to investigate the witnesses.
With all the pieces on the table, this crime still truly appears impossible.
You told me you could solve this.
Oh, boy.
See, I think there's something in there, in your head, that I need to solve this case. And if I can't shake it loose, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go in there and get it.
You want me to write the story?
Yes, the story.
And that's what we've been listening to this whole time.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, the narration.
I need to see his murder and the events leading up to it through your eyes.
Starting where?
Oh, wherever you like. Just keep it interesting, keep it moving, and spare no detail.
Start with the punch of the priest.
I wonder if there's a mystery within that fireplace, actually.
So I've spent the past hour doing exactly that, and now
Yes,
I'll down this
narrating
pen
for us.
and hand it to you. And I guess wait, while you read my story.
The actual midpoint of the story.
Why'd you do it?
Better question is, why'd I think I could lie to you and get away with it?
Oh, no, you didn't lie. I knew you wouldn't.
What?
You just didn't say the dishonest part out loud.
What?
Whoa, what?
When I joined the others outside, the police were just arriving. Join the others outside.
Oh, man. That's fucking crazy.
You were the only person with unobserved access to the utility closet after the murder, but before the police searched it. Why protect him?
I didn't do it to protect Wicks. I did it to save the people who believed in him. Just a little disillusionment.
The spirit really moved him today, huh?
Interesting mislead, yeah.
Sam, the one good person in this whole place, getting sober saved his life. I knew the press and police were there. Why let that be part of the story?
Wow, what a guy.
Oh.
Wow.
I don't know how or by who, but I knew he'd been stabbed. It was an impulse. A little storytelling to protect my flock.
Oh, bullshit!
Ouch.
And in protecting their bubble of belief, you have shielded a killer! Where is that flask?
Damn.
What?
DNA.
Didn't have all the pieces. That's why I couldn't put it together.
I'm sorry. He was stabbed, so I didn't think it.
No, you did not think. But we're into the woods now, so you better start.
Look at the lighting.
This is devious. It's calculated against me.
And now you see the enemy we're up against.
Dude, Jeremy Renner.
We use the gathering at the burial to question them all together. We must discover what happened that night.
Your faith and kindness can be used against you in a nefarious way.
Wicked wolves is hiding.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, it's how they used it in the flashbacks.
All those frames with those glasses.
Wow, bro. Wow.
Final.
Betrayed, beaten, mocked, pierced, murdered.
Angel.
It's the homily you can remember.
Lazarus.
To be forgotten, as with our Savior, so with the church. Our church is assailed by the enemies of God. The harlot, the vermin who would oppress and bar us from our rightful place as the rulers of a Christian nation of faith.
Oh, my.
You shall not pass.
Maybe he did it himself to frame.
Gentlemen, may I have a moment?
Judas, in many
Jeremy Renner was weirdly smiling there.
Remember my words. On this Good Friday, remember what's to come. Remember, all of you.
Who does your glasses, man?
You will rise.
The hour approaches, the hour I have warned you about.
He did it himself to frame him.
For behold, though he is struck down, the righteous Son of God will rise again.
Whoa, is he going to rise?
Will he actually come back?
And as you gnash your teeth in the darkness, you unfaithful devils, as you lie cold, for he will rise again in glory and vengeance and power.
God, he's so
It's like a black halo.
Sorry about your loss, Father. Here, sign on the bottom. Listen, between you and me, I don't care what the internet says. I think there's a chance you didn't do it.
I think there's a chance.
All right, everyone, listen up.
Oh, would you look who it is? It's Judas Judd.
Benoit freaking Blanc and I are going to ask you all some questions, and you're going to answer them. We're going to get to the bottom of who killed Monsignor Wicks and why. And then... That's it.
Someone goes to jail.
What happened that night right here in this very room?
You mean the time Judd admitted to all of us that he killed the man?
And now he's covering his ass by attacking us. He's a Pinot.
A Pinot?
Priest in name only.
Pinot Noir.
Never heard that one.
And then some libtard will make a podcast about all of this, and before you know it, the idiot versions of all of us will end up on Netflix.
Hey.
Oh, God.
Self-awareness.
I can walk, Martha.
Whoa.
Just hurts.
Oh.
Wicks was a con man. Miracles and supernatural power of God bullshit.
The fact that she can walk is going to have to come back in handy somehow.
About the shadowy meeting with Wicks that took place in this room on
That he got kicked out of. He threw the Bible at him.
What was that meeting actually about?
Tell us.
I'll tell you.
Hey.
Sorry. Hey, wait, hold on there, buddy. Hey,
No, you shut your mouth, you little child.
Oh.
if made public, could ruin people in this room.
Ooh.
I recorded the whole thing.
Yes.
Leverage.
Hey, buddy.
The way they ran for that camera.
Nice.
Nice sharp cut.
All right. Very dramatic, Vera. Got your audience. What's this about?
I've been thinking about your mom. I never knew her, but yesterday I got a call from a family law colleague in Brooklyn.
Okay.
He wanted to double-check contact details for Monsignor Jefferson Wicks, my client.
AOP. I don't know what that is.
Because my client had filed an AOP with him.
What's an AOP? Acknowledgement of parentage. Affirmation that I, Jefferson Wicks, am the biological father of Cyrus Draven.
Oh.
What? No way.
Shame for you. Who was the mother? Does it even matter? No, she came back and dropped this poor kid in your lap.
Oh, whoa.
And raised your son while you sat on your pulpit. Shameless, you hypocritical son of a...
Oh, wow. She stood up to him.
Did you know?
Not until Vera told me this morning.
Sai is my son.
Oh, boy. How are we going to spin it?
From a loose woman of no importance.
Oh.
One night and haven't seen in 30 years, Vera's father and I kept the secret, but no longer.
Ugh.
He is my heir, my son. Now the world is going to know it. So, rats, flee the sinking ship.
Oh, wow.
We're fighting an existential war here, where the end justifies the means. I believe that God chose Monsignor Wicks to be his warrior.
Ugh.
We don't know this woman. Wait, how she...
Always give a pass.
Does any of this exist?
Well said, Doc.
Oh, my goodness.
Simulation, bro.
Heal me. That's true. I don't need you to be a saint.
It's a prompt.
We're with you, Monsignor Wicks, and literally nothing that you say or do is going to change that.
That's a problem. That's a major problem.
I will give my final service a week from today on Easter Sunday. And then
Final service already declared.
I will close the doors of this sad little church for good. But not before I have destroyed each and every one of you.
What?
What?
Sorry, wait, what?
You're drinking, Nat? Going to work drunk, treating patients, children while drunk. The medical board should know.
Yikes.
No one must ever trust or hire you again.
Wow.
And Lee, this troubadour book you've been writing,
Here we go.
its bootlicking idiocy is an affront to my ministry.
I think they all work together to kill him.
Public, but
I can see that.
Yeah.
my friends in the publishing world, it must be buried. You must be buried.
Wow.
And Vera, you are your father's nightmare.
Faith.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
I cannot heal a faithless woman.
You said you could cast it out of me.
Promised you nothing.
Jeez.
I've given you all of my savings.
You cannot buy God's healing.
Oh, my God.
Is this payback for the Father Judd prayer meeting? Because he ambushed
Father
us.
Judd's prayer meeting, the betrayal to find my authority.
Wow.
Challenged him from inside
Wrote the
my
Bible.
own sanctuary.
Oh.
Get out!
Huh.
Yes, we are at war, and I cast you out of my fortress.
You son of a...
Oh, boy.
I will lay bare the sins of this flock, cut you loose, and shake the dust of this place off of my sandals.
Oh, he's riding at dawn, dude. Yeah, because when you think about the point of view, we were behind our guy when he died. So I was thinking the only people who know would be them in the pews.
I think it was all of them.
It was all of
Siren,
them,
yeah.
right? Because then they would have seen, yeah.
Well, glory be.
They definitely have a motivation to do it.
Sai, tell me what was happening.
Because I told him to. When Vera told me the truth, I went and found him.
What?
Okay.
and he embraced me as a son for the first time in my life. He unburdened himself.
I hate this place. I hate this sad flock of losers. And now finally, I can.
He told me his grandfather's family fortune lost all these years. He told me he found it just this week.
What?
It's gone without a trace.
He told me he found it. He was going to shutter this dump and retire in filthy wealth. And I told him. Retire? Do you know the power of what you do on that stage?
I've shrunk the flock.
No, you've radicalized them. That is power.
It's everything he fucking wanted.
Your flame lacks fuel, but on the internet, wildfire. This money, your cult of personality.
exactly.
Give me 4 years, you could be president.
Yep, that's exactly what this movie was mirroring.
Together, we can build a real empire as father and son.
Wow.
Like in Star Wars?
Yeah, exactly like the rebels. And my political instincts fueled by enough money, can you imagine what we could do in Christ's
You guys
name?
are just like the rebels.
We need to burn them off like leeches.
That's why he torched them all. So it's yours now?
Technically, yes.
He didn't tell you where it was.
No.
Oh, boy.
I realized 50 years ago what was the safest way for Prentice to hide $80 million.
A Swiss bank account.
Wow.
It has to be written down somewhere. Martha files everything, and it isn't here.
Martha.
Here, I thought it might be a code because he kept saying Eve's apple would be restored to the tree. That was a thing.
Oh, and he knows what it is. He knows what the
But
Eve's apple
we're
is.
looking for 19 numbers, so it doesn't work.
Judd, speak up.
Vera, did he ever tell you anything?
Even if he
Are
did,
the
I would
numbers
go to my
on the
grave
thing,
before
the
giving
Evie's
it to
apple
you.
thing? Evil.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
You should come and get your shit. It'll be out on the street.
Yeah.
I'll pay you. I don't care. This is very important. My inheritance and future political career depends on it.
It's in the shake globe.
Related to Eve's apple that might contain that number.
Yeah, it's right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
What did you think of anything you called it?
Lucky, he's not very smart.
Yeah, here we go.
We should look
The
everywhere.
bottom, yeah, unscrew it.
That's why he gave it to him, because that's where the fortune was. Tear apart the Jesus.
Take him apart. It's probably a little rolled up piece of paper in there.
This is hollow.
Yeah, do it.
Break it.
Yeah, do it.
I don't care that I'm priesting.
I mean, you know. Muzzle top. With another bust of Jesus.
Remind me to file this.
File that.
File that.
But if Eve's apple is the fortune and it's not a pile of cash in a Swiss account somewhere,
Eve's
what is
apple
it?
equate to some number thing.
They must have misprinted the date on this.
Well, no,
It
they
says the
did.
crypt opening thing was ordered last Wednesday.
Oh, then it's in the other coffin.
Who would pre-order burial equipment for a man who isn't dead?
Called in that order. That's the key.
Okay, yeah,
Called in that order.
Oh, I love her.
Steel Wheels Construction, this is Louise.
Yeah,
Hello, Louise.
Toby.
It's Father Job from Perpetual Fortitude. We had a piece of your construction equipment here today, a forklift to open a crypt.
I know. It's not too often we get a crypt opening order.
Great. So I need to know.
I actually process that order while I do all the processing.
Yeah, what I need to know, Louise.
I run this
is,
place with my brother James.
Right,
He takes
right.
orders, but I process
Yeah,
the orders.
right.
Oh, my God.
But I don't think you were there.
No, I'm new. I'm new,
Oh,
relatively new here.
congratulations.
Louise, I
No,
have
it's okay.
to
It was an
ask.
older guy.
Oh, God. Louise.
I need to know who placed the order.
James takes the orders.
Can I have James's number? This is very important. We need to find out who placed that order.
Yeah.
Could I ask you something?
Wait, if you can make it quick. This is a priority for us right now.
She could call you back.
Father Joe, could you,
Oh.
Louise?
will you pray for me?
What did you do?
Yeah, of course. Can I ask what for?
Just being treated like a priest for the first time in a long time.
My mother.
She's sick?
Yeah. Oh. She's in hospice.
I'm so sorry, Louise.
Oh.
I said bad things back, and now I'm afraid that that's going to be the last thing that we ever say to each other.
It's really sad.
I'm feeling pretty alone up right now.
The choice of when to cut to her and keep most of it on his reaction.
I'm so sorry, Louise. I'm here. Can you tell me your mother's name?
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Dang, dude.
This we pray through Christ our Lord. Amen.
It really feels like a priest.
Storm, I came to close up.
I'll get the church. You take care of the rectory.
And hide some information.
What do I do?
Whoa.
I mean, what do you think we're doing here?
Why do you think I became a priest? No bullshit. Really, why?
The fog between them.
You felt guilt for taking a life, and the church, it offered you
wanted forgiveness
and a clear method to give you a sense of absolution.
Yeah.
The guy I killed in the ring, I hated him. It wasn't an accident. I killed him with hate in my heart. There's no hiding from that. There's no solving it. God didn't hide me or fix me.
At Thomas Hayden Church?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
See, that's what I should be doing for these people, not this whodunit game.
No, wait a minute.
Go!
Jefferson Wicks, he's coming back.
We're looking for a murderer. This is not a game.
It is a game! Solving it, winning it, getting your big checkmate moment. And by using me in it, you're setting me against my real and only purpose in life.
Yeah.
Which is not to fight the wicked and bring them to justice, but to serve them and bring them to Christ.
That light on now, too. You're not following the lights.
Please, please, please let me be.
Now you got to keep following the light.
Can you say that again?
Keep on
No,
sweater,
about
Judd.
making it about you, not Jesus. Like Wicks just said. Father, this is important.
Yeah.
When Wicks was talking about fighting the world for Christ's sake, he wasn't talking about Christ. He was talking about his own ego and power. He's never talking about Christ.
Oh, my God. Now, the way he preaches is sounding with that type of anger and fervor that Wicks had.
Eve's apple restored to the tree. Now, what does that mean?
Blanc, I don't know.
There's a constant light being cast.
There's always a partially open walkway between them.
Why don't you head back to the rectory? I'll handle her.
Thank you. Make sure the door's shut when you leave.
That last shot had the door closed, on Blanc and open behind Judd.
Thank you. I will.
But I'm not going to enjoy it quite as much.
It's going to be our first scene without him.
Father Judd,
He's not here.
I want you to search those back rooms and that closet thing, too.
It's good, right?
It's great, actually. See, I rewatched the video and I realized something. From the moment Judd enters the closet until the first of the flock has a line of sight into that closet. 9 seconds alone and unseen.
It's a long time.
Plenty of time to do the deed with a concealed knife.
But
that's how it was done.
So he collapsed.
If you could give me a little more time.
No.
I'm going to be able.
No. I found my killer and I'm bringing him in. Where is he?
Oh no, your killer about to be killed.
Oh, this is
wolf?
ominous. Follow the light, my son.
Sweet.
Oh my God, it's so cool.
The treasure in the other coffin, then.
It's either in the other one or the one that Thomas Hayden built for him that he's lying in. Ooh!
Oh, the stone cracked.
Great shot.
Nice.
Wow.
He's alive.
Lazarus stumbled out.
Oh my God.
Sam!
Iron, join you now. Wicks the White.
Oh!
Damn.
Wow, even on the lens. Wow.
Damn.
That was fun.
Oh,
Put
he's
the
got
knife
the
in
knife
his
in his
hand. Framed him.
Oh, that's messed up.
Damn, that sucks.
Creepy.
Wow.
Well, he's trying to orchestrate the narrative of being like the holy man.
Oh, is that Tom?
Oh.
What the hell?
Yeah, it is.
Who's there?
Damn.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Huh.
Thomas Hayden Church, yeah.
Who's that?
The groundskeeper, Samson.
What the hell happened?
Samson. Great image. Chilling in here for 3 days.
Wicks was 100% medically dead.
He had 80 million reasons to chill in there for 3 days.
We know this. I'm just saying, right?
Right.
Slowed his heart rate down so much. Skibadoo.
A man can't just rise from the dead. And there's obviously some Scooby-Doo shit going on here.
Praise to God.
Praising glory to the Almighty. He hath raised his...
Hey, Riggs. Set a perimeter on the road.
Divine cruiser light.
Chief! What a great way to save money.
It's also a camera.
You flick the lights on to make it look like there's a bunch of cop cars. Yeah. No, that's so smart.
Thing on a chip inside. Why don't you bring it into the media lab? Tape off this entire area down to the Grove. It's a homicide scene. The groundskeeper is dead.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. She didn't even know she was so caught up in her own fanaticism.
How did she know exactly where to run?
Oh, it's backfired.
Oh. Can I get some help? You murderer! He brings death!
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay.
Ooh.
Fart.
This is Father Judd.
Father Judd, it's Louise. How you doing?
Louise. Anytime. Call anytime.
Yeah. Hi, Louise.
I spoke to James, and the order for the forklift was actually placed by Monsignor Wicks. Hey, God bless you, Father. You have yourself a good night, okay?
Yeah, you too, Louise.
Sweet. Got one prediction right. like a ghost.
Molly.
Funny.
Oh, God.
Slow down, Martha. What? It's a miracle.
Bullshit.
Didn't he say I'll be your knight?
No, it happened. Martha says the tomb is empty. I'm calling everyone. I'm on my way now.
He's painting himself like a Christ.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go witness a miracle. You enjoy your cigarette indoors.
Jesus
God,
Christ.
I hate that sound.
Oh, no.
It's accomplished.
Now there.
Ugh, that
That's a
sound.
nightmare sound, yeah.
Goodness.
You put the microphone in that bowl.
They really did.
It's not great quality.
It's fine.
But,
It's well lit, too. That one big light is real handy.
what am I looking at here?
I mean, well, they know he didn't kill him.
Skipped off into the woods.
Yeah, so it records anytime there's motion. And this clip is 4 seconds later.
Him slipping. Yep.
Whee!
Prince from the gardening tool. Didn't run the full database check, just the suspects you questioned. It's Father Judd.
Ugh.
Where is he?
I sincerely wish I knew.
So the doctor has some type of thing that could stop your heart rate for a little bit?
That's what I'm thinking. But then the x-ray still had a knife in it. That's what I'm like, did he know the autopsy people? Like, I don't know.
The flask probably got oh, my God.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna turn myself.
I
So
love
protective
this.
over him.
No, you are not.
Oh, man.
You're going to tell me exactly what happened, but right now, how do I get to Dr. Nat's house?
Dr. Nat?
Yes, quickly.
Was that some Sondheim?
I only hope we're not too late. Now just get down.
Let's go.
Get down.
I need to see. Please, I need to see.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh.
Oh, is Wick covering his tracks?
Damn.
Defiled that place.
Bless you.
Thank you. Grazie.
And also with you.
5 Hail Marys.
He's going to be run over by a snowplow.
They're gonna find Georgie down there.
Sounds like a dead body.
Body. Blood.
Use lighting in this film.
Yeah, cinematography's off the chain.
It's Jeremy Renner.
Nailed.
Oh.
What the Lazarus pit.
You're right. Yeah.
Oh, that is.
That is.
Oh, that's. Wait, what?
Wicks.
Oh.
It's him. He, I mean, for what it's worth these days.
What the fuck is going on?
Let's see now. It's.
Well, that was maybe supposed to save him.
This might get unpleasant. More unpleasant.
Oh, God. Are you going to undo?
What is
that acid?
It seems like acid. Like his arms won't be there now, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ew. Oh my god.
That is morbid.
Oh my god.
Disgusting. What the
What the hell is that?
There's a doctor.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, that's the doctor.
Wow.
That's Renner.
He died killing him.
Dr.
Savage.
The flesh.
Great shot.
What's left of it.
In the bones.
What do you think? It was the son? Josh Brolin's son?
I don't know what it even is anymore.
I mean, he came back and then he tried killing him.
Right. Assuming he would survive through it.
Yeah, we never saw like what pills were in there.
I mean, Josh Brolin's son was the only one willing to show the
That'll
meeting.
knock you out for a certain amount of time, I think.
Listen to me. You're going to
Be
want to come to
surprised.
Dr. Nat's house. There's a body or two. It's all here. It's finished.
Oh, he's walking up.
I killed Samson. I have to do this. I have to do it of my own free will or it won't mean anything.
Now he's on a timetable to figure it out.
He's so convinced he killed him.
He woke up. He doesn't even know.
Would you call Geraldine for me, please? Say Father Judd's returned to his
there he
church and he's ready to confess.
Oof.
Father Judd, I'm here to arrest you for the murder of Monsignor Jefferson Wicks and Samson Holt. And you're a person of interest in the death of Dr. Nathaniel Sharp. We also recovered Wicks's body. If you'd like to confess to anything, this seems like a pretty great place to do it.
Pretty great.
Mila Kunis is really believable in this role.
Years ago, I murdered a man in a boxing ring. I killed him with hate in my heart. Last night, that same sin rose in me, and in a moment of fear and rage, I...
I'm sorry.
Oh my
I
God.
needed you to stop talking.
Same way he stopped Ana de Armas in the first one.
You said in a moment of fear and rage.
I was about to
hit it again.
Do not silence the voice of the Lord! But sit down!
Tell him.
Hold the wickedness and shame of the guilty laid bare before you all!
Echo Savage.
If he embodies the role,
Takes
they
the
will
medicine.
listen.
Sit.
Let us begin with Wicks's murder. Right here on Good Friday, when Monsignor Wicks collapsed in that closet space, he wasn't dead. He wasn't even stabbed, not yet.
Oh my.
He kept stashed in the breaker box, was sparked with a very powerful tranquilizer.
And barbital.
He drank from it, fortified himself, and within minutes fell to the floor unconscious,
Oh, jeez.
leaving him defenseless and giving the killer their chance to enter the closet and deliver the deadly blow.
I said that already.
The knife was in his back when I found him. There's something in his back. So how? When? It's impossible. I saw.
What did you see? The red devil head. Blood you assumed was Wicks's.
Yeah.
You thought you saw, but that wasn't it, no. There was a second identical lamp, a second,
Oh.
and it was also missing.
Two devils.
Yes. Why two?
Why two?
And why painted red?
It wasn't red, though. It's red now.
Same exact red as the mysterious thread found in the closet, because the second devil head was there all the time, sewn to the back of his vestments. And filled with a small squib of blood, triggered by an RF remote. Set off at the exact right moment.
Fascinating.
The voice of authority, who can wait for the discovery he needs before taking charge.
There's something in his back.
Wait, don't touch it.
That's why I said don't touch it.
The moment of distraction presents itself.
And then he puts a real knife. Because he pulled it out. Oh, yeah.
His final task, to remove the incriminating drug-laced flask. But where was it? It was gone. The result of a moment of foolish grace by Father Judd, who concealed the flask to hide Wicks's drinking and returned later to retrieve it.
Oh boy. If only.
Why do all this insane, elaborate stuff, the theatricality, the impossible crime? Why?
If Dr. Nat killed Wicks, who killed Nat?
Well, now we get to it. Yes. And one which draws me, in every sense of the word, into the realm of belief. A holy priest, struck down by no man, but by the hand of Satan himself, but then risen by the will of God. Now a symbol of the Lord's power over death.
A miracle man.
His justice for the holy, his vengeance for the wicked.
And now, what really happened?
It is time for Benoit Blanc's final checkmate over the mysteries of fate.
Let's go.
Do you have the answer? Do you not have it? But now he will be
now
enlightened.
he'll have it. Now he'll have it.
Blanc, are you okay?
Go toward the light, my son.
Damascus. Damascus? A road to Damascus thing?
Yes, Damascus.
Yes, you were there.
I cannot solve this case.
Are you saying that your conclusion, Benoit Blanc, is that Monsignor Wicks rose from the dead? That it was a miracle?
I cannot solve this case.
I wonder if the son orchestrated this whole thing just to get Benoit Blanc.
If you know what really happened, you should tell everyone.
Is this you sparing our faith or being respectful or something? Because we deserve the truth.
Can't
you just give us the answer? Isn't that what all this is for?
He's not God.
Add another chapter, and then we're ready. We're ready to publish. Trust me, Alan. Call Random House everybody. It's going to be huge.
God, the bill on that hat was crazy.
What we've witnessed is a miracle confirmed by Benoit Blanc himself.
Oh, no.
I assume they'll arrest Father Judd now?
Yes. I suppose they will.
But they don't believe he did it.
Road to Damascus. Scales fell from my eyes.
You believe in God and all this mishigas is real?
No. My revelation came from Father Judd.
Huh?
His example to have grace.
Grace was the name of the girl.
Grace for the broken. Grace for those who deserve it the least, but who need it the most.
Oh.
Eve, return the app. That's her.
You know the truth.
I do, yes.
Ooh.
And you made yourself the fool just now.
So that you could do this of your own free will.
Confess.
That's why I said I think it might be Glenn Close.
She was the first suspect.
What do I do? What you were born to do.
Hear her confession.
Take her confession.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It is a week since my last confession. I told myself it started with pure intent.
Oh, boy.
But the truth is, it started with a lie. Prentice,
Yeah.
I saw him take his final communion.
Because he was poisoned by her.
This is Eve's apple, Martha.
Oh, he swallowed it?
My entire cursed fortune, all the sin in the world, all that Eve hungers for, I have trapped it. It shall never again be plucked by evil hands.
Yep.
The body of Christ.
Yeah.
Union.
So it is in that other coffin.
Yeah.
Oh, literally, it was in the other coffin. That is wild.
Oh, my God.
He took the jewel to his grave. I swore that I would protect this great secret. But Grace, she discovered that he had bought the diamond. I don't know how.
She knew her fancy brands. What would come in a custom-made Fabergé box, itself worth maybe $20,000, not a trinket. Something facet-cut, worth a fortune. A jewel.
But she didn't know where he hid it.
She didn't desecrate the church in anger.
No, she was looking for the hidden jewel.
Damn.
A dark life of desperation. A prisoner to shame and judgment.
It's could have changed everything for her.
Martha, what did you say to her?
I know where he hid it, and you'll never find it.
Ooh.
You harlot.
Dang.
Damn, they got to you.
Savage.
I kept the secret of Eve's apple locked in my heart for 60 years.
The original sin of this church.
Until
I challenge you to confess it.
With defiant pride, I confessed.
That's why he wanted to leave the church.
Wow.
To the wrong priest.
Wow, so they weren't getting it on.
But as he spoke, something became clear. He was embracing that terrible boy. That's when I suspected.
So you call a construction company?
Thank you, James.
Oh, yeah, she does handle all the clerical.
He had ordered the equipment to open the crypt, to steal the diamond for his own greed and lust for power.
That's the whole reason why.
And this church would fall because of it. Everything Prentice had warned me about, I had failed him.
Fascinating.
Wild.
I was not the bad one. I was the good one, the faithful one.
Oh, my God.
My sole purpose. And I failed.
Unless
Found that diamond.
I could steal the jewel first and get rid of it forever.
The precious.
Raise Wicks up as a miraculous risen saint, not a fallible man, but a symbol.
The Hollow Man.
All it would take is a miracle. So I formed my plan.
Wow.
Wicks's death must be a holy mystery, unsolvable.
But you couldn't do it alone.
No, a weak man, I thought. Someone who would fall in line to save the church and stay in line to cover his shame.
Oh, boy.
Oh, was she the one who showed up at the door?
And who had access to medical-grade tranquilizers.
Yes, and that.
And that.
It all went according to plan.
That's real
He didn't fake his own death.
I didn't reckon the cost. Forgive me, Samson. Strong Samson, faithful Samson.
Samson, who made the coffins.
Yeah.
You will rise again. It will be okay. You will rise again. It will be okay.
Ah.
I promise.
He didn't understand why we were doing it.
Anything for you.
But he trusted me because he loved me.
Oh, boy.
How did it go so wrong?
Oh, whoa.
Doctor gives the signal.
Wild.
Samson retrieves the jewel. The Lazarus door serves its purpose.
Damn, they do have similar ass hair, huh?
All caught on camera the way we planned.
Yeah.
We'd drive off with Wick's body in his truck and dispose of it in that nasty gook in his cellar.
Next day, Samson would tell the tale of the risen saint and his word of blessing to his faithful groundskeeper before ascending back into heaven.
His faithful, sober groundskeeper.
It would have been perfect.
Until Father Judd came.
I wasn't supposed to be there.
You most certainly were not.
Wrong place, right time.
Did you know what had happened when you found Samson's body?
I had an idea.
But I had to be sure.
Praise be. It's accomplished.
Dude, she's got a terrifying expression.
Yeah, man. You believe every shade of her in this movie.
All to protect the church.
No.
Greed. It's a sin.
Do not give in to its charm.
Oh, God.
Then he told me the fairy tale of how everything had gone according to plan. And I knew he was lying. And then he told me the truth.
Oh.
Oh, finally.
Can't let him see us.
Oh. Knuckle sandwich.
That's his fist.
Damn.
Underestimating the temptation of Eve's apple.
Oh, yeah.
Our agreed mission was to destroy it or throw it in the sea.
It's literally the apple.
All this power
he's the
will
one who
I
killed
give
him?
thee.
Yeah, it's the ring.
Christ himself could resist temptation, but this desperate little man, all that stood in his way was Samson and I.
Ooh.
Frame a young priest with a violent past and
Damn.
keep the jewel.
The temptation is real.
Oh, God.
That's an interesting shot.
He had poisoned my coffee with a lethal dose of pentobarbital.
But
no remedy once ingested.
Did you switch it?
A little numbness in the lips. Then in 10 minutes, time for your final prayer.
What'd you hork it up?
I told him I understood. I understood why he did it.
Oh, she switched to coffees.
Understood it all.
Nice.
Inconceivable.
right, Princess tired. Oh.
Fun.
Wow.
Oh, then she had to put the body in and everything.
Yeah.
Hatred in my heart.
It's like he said.
What a visual.
And that is the story the crime scene will tell the world, but inside my heart, I know.
Damn, things really did fall apart here.
Vengeance is mine. Whew. These sins I confess to you, Father.
And to the cops.
I have lied. I have killed. And now I have topped it all off with a real doozy.
Oh.
Oh, did she take the...
Did she
Oh,
swallow
did she swallow it?
Quickly now, quickly.
What's happening?
I knew when I saw her lips.
She took the thing?
It was already too late.
She's
taking the pentobarbital.
Oh.
Oh.
Call the ambulance now! Oh, there might be a poison kit in the prowler!
Damn, dude. What a twisty, turny.
Benoit Blanc put that all
saga.
together?
Yeah.
Samson. My sweet Samson.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
You're safe now.
Forgiveness is divine.
Grace.
Oh.
I see it now. That poor girl.
Could have freed her, and it's killed you all.
You're really good at this.
She about to give him the diamond? Or did she swallow it?
God,
No, I
the
think she
Father
has
of
it in her hand,
mercies,
right?
Yeah. I'm wondering if she...
Through the ministry of the church, may God grant you pardon and peace. And I absolve you of your sins.
She wanted to destroy it, so maybe she did in that vat of acid.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
I feel like it's going to fall out of her hand and then they have it. I don't know.
Would it be to have that done?
There
all
it
right.
is, yeah.
Wow.
Shit.
They kill each
Put
other.
it back.
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Start your mega church. You can wield the one
Jewel
ring.
was never found.
It's a story you tell.
The flock, what was left of them scattered. They'd only to discover the one thing every holy man knows.
Wow. Wrote his memoir. Oh, no.
Oh, they all look like from The Big Lebowski.
Goodman, yeah.
That's fun.
You're out of your depth, Donnie.
Some got a fresh start. Maybe to find a path that's theirs, I hope so. And some got their miracle.
The other one's president of the United States now.
And that's what I pray for with you. Do you find what you're looking for?
Hey.
God damn it! I know you both know. This is your last chance or we're gonna drag your asses into court.
Mr. Wicks, control yourself.
Hey.
She gave it to them and they're hiding it, I know.
We've allowed your representatives to search the church and rectory thoroughly. They found nothing. Also, Mr. Blanc was there when Martha passed, and he denies anything untoward.
I hope you come back to the church someday, Sai. Your real inheritance is in Christ.
Little punk bitch.
Punk bitch. Jesus.
Wicks truthers keep flooding our Facebook. It's an outhouse fire.
Yeah, it's cold, man.
You're going to be very popular once you open. Maybe not in a good way.
Yeah.
Are you ready to take that on?
Let them come.
Bring it on.
Oh.
Good luck, kid.
You ready?
Aww.
My first mass is coming up if you want to stick around.
Eh?
That's so nice of you. There is nothing I would rather not do.
God, that coat Benoit's in.
But where was the ascot?
Look at how suave this man is.
Always.
Duplantis.
Who is broken?
Hey!
Let's go.
Let's go, Tom Waits.
Hey, replace it.
Quite the artist.
Welcome.
Come on up to the house.
Is the diamond in that thing?
I would not be shocked.
I bet.
Like he built it.
You'll
put it
never,
in
you'll
there.
never find it.
The heart of our
Yeah,
Lord.
it's got to be in there.
Right in the heart, right?
Come down off the cross. We can you.
Yep.
You gotta come on up.
Yes.
Nice.
Come on.
Great.
To the house.
Nicely done.
To the house.
Ryan Johnson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just watched Wake Up Dead Man, Knives Out 3. Andrew solved the entire thing in great detail.
It's all me.
Kind of crazy how he predicted every moment from beginning to end. It was so annoying. It was like, dude, you're spoiling the mystery for us all. But here we are, guys. Here we are.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt was the baseball announcer.
Oh, yeah, they're buds. Ryan
Yeah,
Johnson,
that makes
Hammer
sense.
Buds.
They've done work together. A couple movies.
Should have solved that.
Well, I'll go to you first, Andrew.
Hey.
What compare? Would you know right off the bat, or would you need time to think about where would you place this amongst the three?
Yeah, I would have to think about that. I think they all do something very different. I would say this one is definitely darker than the other ones, a little bit more bleaker, although they have a bit of a darkness in them just because of the murder whodunit films, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think this one, it really deals with some fascinating things that encompass the real world when you talk about religion and how you process that. I think the character that, besides Benoit Blanc, he's always my favorite. I love how magnetic Daniel Craig is, and I just think in the eccentricness that he brings to the role, and whenever he does his thing where he solves it at the end, where he makes most of us, or at least myself, feel extra dumb because of how brilliant he is, I think it's always so fascinating and so much fun to see. But I think the standout for me was Father Judd. I loved seeing just how believing in something so much and finding it to be so pure, and also what he has gone through, really seeing his vulnerability throughout the film was just incredible to watch. He's such, I don't know if I've seen Josh O'Connor in anything else, not at top of mind, but just to watch his performance is really also magnetic, I would say too, but he was really the heart of the film for me, as well as we need to, repent, and we need to make sure that his innocence comes to the forefront. So, but I think his interactions with Daniel Craig, they had such incredible chemistry. I loved watching them work besides each other. They really worked incredible together. And I always think Benoit has such a soft spot for when he comes in right away. He always knows how to size people up, and to see right away that right when he spoke, he knows that he's an innocent man. Like, nobody who does a crime of this nature is going to be feeling this way. So that's why I'm so in love with Benoit Blanc. He's such an intelligent, such a resourceful character. But then when it comes to Father Judd, I've just found it so fascinating that so many different times, because again, he believes in so much in faith and how it's restored, what taking another life in the past when it came to his boxing and all that. And there were so many times when he was tempted by darkness when it comes to Josh Brolin's character, and then all these people literally blaming him for something he did not do, and he could have been tempted to go that route of like getting on them, getting angry at them, and no, he let his faith like guide him and in Jesus and all that. And I thought that was very admirable, and I really appreciated his character. So I think Greg pointed it out best. It was literally Old Testament versus New Testament. So yeah, there was a lot of fascinating things I think this film did. So.
All right. That's cool. Tara, what about yourself? Do you know where you might put this already?
I think I would put 3 before 2. In 2, I think I called out like a couple of things. It's still not a bunch. This one was wackadoo freaking wild. Couldn't call anything except for the diamond thing at the end. Like, honestly, I love the writing because you honestly have to upgrade yourself from 1 to 2, and how are we going to somewhat outdo ourselves on 3 or still make it like a definite mystery where nobody sees it coming, which I really loved, and this is what that was. So, Rian Johnson, he did it again.
Is there a character here that stood out to you a lot? I know Andrew pointed out Father Judd, but is there someone else beyond that who you felt like was a true highlight for you?
I think I'm mainly just in love with what's his nuts from Fleabag.
Andrew Scott.
What is that his name?
Andrew Scott.
Andrew Scott. I love him.
Science fiction writer.
Yeah, he's
Hot
just
priest.
great. I mean, Glenn Close is Glenn Close. I mean, she appears on screen. You're like, okay, I am not surprised that at the end she's given the bulk of an emotional monologue because that bitch can deliver when you need her to. So I would say Glenn for me. I loved her performance in this, and I like that they hid the really big performance for her till the very, very end.
Yeah. Did you grow up with religion?
I did.
What religion?
Lutheran. I went to a Lutheran private school. Middle school to high school.
I don't really know what their church practices are like.
It's like Christianity.
But there's like different, like Christian. If I go to like a Christian church, they have like rock music and shit. And then like
it's the same.
Church,
It's like the same.
Yeah.
Kind of like non-denominational a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I didn't do 7 Hail Marys, but I know about that juice.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus juice. Jesus
Yeah.
juice. And Juan Humphrey, my
Hey.
man.
How's it going?
What character stood out to you?
Golly. I mean, I thought this was a terrific ensemble. I guess Josh Brolin really embodies this guy in a very powerful way. Like, I really loved the duality of the performances between Josh O'Connor and Josh Brolin, because having grown up in at least Catholic tradition for a fair amount of life and having seen older school priests versus newer school priests, I thought they both... Josh Brolin is obviously the more heightened and is on his own, ego trip, but just the fire with which he was, spitting out these sermons was just really tangible and palpable, and like the way all these guys were approaching the portrayal of priests, which is kind of an odd thing because I feel like, there comes this expectation of like loftiness and piety, but a lot of priests can be very sort of normal presenting people, can be very casual, I guess I should say. So yeah, I really like the contrast between Judd and the compassion that Josh O'Connor brought to that. And then, Wicks is just, fire, brimstone mania. I thought was just a beautiful contrast. And Wicks, even after he's dead, feels very present, So it's a great Josh Brolin performance as what if Jack Black was Jesus.
Do you know where you might place this one amongst the 3, or do you need more time?
I think for me, I'm going to wait to solidify this, but I think this might be my favorite one. I think I would go 3-1-2. Because one thing this doesn't have as much that the other 2 for me kind of had is like, this one didn't seem quite as impressed with itself. And the previous 2 have this quality where I feel like the movie itself is kind of impressed with itself. And I really like the other 2 Knives Out movies. I don't necessarily maybe love them to the degree that some folks do. And this one, I just really love the tone and the setting and the use of the tropes, especially, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
So, but how are you feeling? Who stood out to you?
I mean, all the heavy hitters were kind of listed there amongst everyone.
Talk about Thomas Hayden Church.
Thomas Hayden Church, man.
Watching the Cubs games.
I was happy to see him.
Great to have him back. Yeah, I think the whole cast is great. It's interesting that for this one, because I would actually, I would put this most likely as my favorite one. And I found Daniel Craig to be the most supporting role out of the three.
Yeah.
You know, it's like usually he is like there's someone else who is the main character essentially, and then Benoit Blanc comes in, and then he overtakes the screen and becomes the lead as the movie goes on more and more and more. But this one, he just remained the supporting character. I never felt like this actually became just his movie and he took over the narrative. And a big part of that does come down to the fact that he sacrifices his big reveal monologue and allows it to be a confession. It made me question how much Rian Johnson actually is Catholic, because I grew up very, very Catholic. I was a very big believer. I went to church every Sunday, not out of my own volition, but it was kind of forced to. But then even beyond that, I did become a very devoted Catholic for a very long time. And I've found myself in another cult of life. And I've been actually really fascinated with the subject of what American dogma is like when you look at American politics. I can't speak to any other politics around the world. I imagine it's all kind of thing. Cult has been a big part of our humanity forever. And watching the illustration and the connections that it draws between when you have a figurehead who weaponizes Christianity. Some of you guys will pick up on what I'm linking this to. You probably just listened enough that you'll figure it out. But a figurehead who weaponizes people who are Christians and then does it to propel themselves up to become the thing that is actually worshipped. That way you take advantage of to the point where they can make no mistakes no matter what they do. And like that room that Josh Brolin's in when they're having their secret meeting and the truth comes out, everyone knows kind of like this guy's like already spouting his own way. He's defying everything it means to be a priest. And you know, when you look at certain leadership out here, like this is totally antithetical to what we described as. So you can see the parallels, and when you look at, especially with the last movie, where it is a riff on like social media world and billionaires and shit. Obviously, Rian Johnson has political beliefs that come out through the writing of these films. And I see it here very much so with the dogma of politics and how there's a line here that directly the son says, like, you could run for president one day. And you're like, yeah, okay, he's being a little on the nose about what he's drawing the line to, but it's true. And I see that here with that one scene where he's literally like going to just toss them all to the wolves after that. he's gonna burn them all, no matter how devout they are to him. He's willing to burn them all for his own benefit, even though they know he's fucked up, even though they know he's done a lot of like wrong things. They're like, no, we still follow you no matter what. And so I love seeing that theme be placed here because it's coming up at a very relevant time and at a time where I've taken just a big fascination with this subject. So thematically, on a personal level of what I've grown up with, of what my interests are, and I would agree with you, John, especially on the part where it doesn't feel as tongue-in-cheek, even though there are some very on-the-nose lines. It doesn't feel as winky with the way the mystery goes down, because he seemed to imbue himself with that weird darkness that Catholicism does bring, that shadow of guilt that it does bring. Like I love that Glenn Close is just pushed to give the confession out of the weight of guilt, you know, and that's what everyone, that's what our main character is dealing with at the very top, is how much guilt can motivate this guy. And then Glenn Close, she's just pushed by guilt herself. Like there was no one who had to call her out on it. She just fucking went for it.
Well, the villains have almost no guilt at all, or shame or anything.
Yeah, this weirdly felt very human, and as much as there's a commentary on cult, religion, and the way people's belief systems and fanaticism can cause blinders, it also felt very human in the way everyone was orchestrated. Whereas I haven't seen Glass Onion in a very long time, but I remember Glass Onion feeling a little bit like quirky in the way they're depicted. A
little more heightened characterization.
Lighter tone.
This one had the most naturalistic approach to just like the height of the character performances. Like everyone's distinct but they dialed slightly down on like the rhythms and the saturation of mannerisms. So like stuff was more thrown away in a naturalistic way here, in a good way here, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Andrew, would you say amongst the three, even though you're figuring out with the movies, would you know which Benoit Blanc performance might be your favorite of the three?
Which Benoit Blanc performance? I like them all. He's fantastic in all three of them. I think he's doing something different in each one. I think this one, because how he views religion. I mean, especially being a gay man, we know he's with Hugh Grant's character from the second movie. So I think that's a fascinating position to put him in this film. And he doesn't let that get in the way of still solving the crime and knowing that this man does not judge him and he still appreciates him. I think that puts his character, again, in a very fascinating position to solve the crime, but he doesn't, again, allow that to get in the way. He's still going to be Benoit Blanc. So I think that gave it the most weight, I think, of the three, but still, whenever there's someone, he always has to solve the crime. But I would say probably this one, because it felt like it wasn't the Benoit Blanc show. Like, there was an interesting thing that John said to me when we were watching this before he came back into the fold. We saw him in the first 20 seconds, and then John's like, I could stay watching this whole film on just hearing all the symbolism and all these things that we're getting on religion, and without Benoit Blanc as much as we want to see him. So, but in terms of Benoit Blanc performance, probably this one, just because we had him in a situation just where he was kind of at odds just with the atmospheric place and just the generality of where they were. So I would say probably this one.
Yeah, good description. Tara, would you know?
I would definitely say the first one. Here's the reason why. There's a newness. There's an excitement. We now know the Rian Johnson, the Knives Out, the vibe of it, what's going on here. The first one, and when he starts to put all of the puzzle pieces together and explain it to you, you're like, oh my God. And then you're like, maybe I called it. And then you're like, oh my God, it keeps going. In this one, they cut him off, but they do it in a well-written way to have Glenn Close finish that part of that story. But we all know that when Benoit Blanc gets going, you're like, hell to the frick yeah, this is the touchdown moment, right? This is the moment we're waiting for where he just like lays it all out and you're like, oh God, I'm so dumb. Which you kind of like those moments in the little things that you maybe couldn't catch. And then he explains it all. It's just, there's an excitement there. It's like these movies are like you're playing a game and you think you got most of the puzzle pieces together and you realize like, I didn't really know what the hell I was thinking at the time. But I would still go with the newness, the excitement of the first one, because it was just, we didn't know what we were in for yet. And now I would still watch a million of these movies over and over because they're written so well. But that excitement of the first one is going to be one that, for me, hold close to my heart.
For sure. That's a great point you make too, and that's what I love about these movies. Even if you feel like you have predicted something and you're slightly correct, there's still a lot more twists that are going to be coming. So like I said that Josh Brolin framed himself. Yeah, there was a frame there, but it wasn't Josh Brolin, it was Glenn Close's character. So there's always like a few other more twists that are always going to come out. So I always appreciate that in these movies.
John, would you have an answer?
I think, I would agree with Tara. It's like the first movie, because so much of that is delivering you this character, and he is like the centerpiece of that movie, and he is like an immaculate performance in that movie. And it is, the fresh. It's like this one I think would be my favorite of the Knives Out movies. I think I would call out him in the first one as my favorite Benoit Blanc performance, but I also like that in the continuation of a series like this, you can use that character slightly differently every time. So, I don't begrudge. It's not like a knock against this movie or anything that he is more of a supporting character. I think that's cool. But if I want to just like languish in the joy of Benoit Blanc, I'd probably put on the first one.
I would like it to get a little more personal with him. I thought this movie was actually tempting that line, but it seemed to kind of pull back. If there's one little criticism I'd actually throw at this movie is that it seemed like they were going to do something with him that maybe deals with aging or belief or in some capacity or sense of spirituality. Like there's a whole moment where the light does shine on him when he's like cutting himself off mid-speech, and it like looked like a moment of enlightenment. I just wish that they did something a little bit more. Like the second one introduces that he has a lover, and it's like kind of funny that it's Hugh Grant, but hey, he's in a relationship.
And he's depressed, not having anything to do, and he's in the tub with his friends.
Yeah. And there's like something there, and then they don't really do much here for him to like push it forward. When I thought like everything about the way he's coming across, and that there's like a weight and an aging to what's happened with him that I thought they would lean into. So, you know, inevitably there'll probably be a next one, right? And I'd hope that for the next one we decide to go a little bit more personal with the guy. But yeah, I thought this movie was shot differently than the other ones too. Like
the lighting, the cinematography.
Yeah, the framework of what they worked with. And I love the change of the weather within. Like
that was so beautiful.
It made me think of church back then, or like people experience that with indoor situations all the time. Like we're in a very closed off room right now, so you don't get that effect of windows and watching the weather change. But in a church, you do have that happen a lot of the time, where the weather will change, and it feels very New York, and it also feels very church-like with that. But he also used it to illustrate the symbolism of the moment of what these characters were going through.
I was gonna say, the parts of the country where like a cloud burst might just roll through for 10 minutes. Like it does root it. I'm not used to seeing weather acknowledged in that kind of pointed but subtle way, and it does make it feel more of the setting, more of like a place like New York. Whereas here, that happens differently.
Yeah,
you know.
I thought it was kind of interesting how they, like the round of characters there, the flock were more used as a thematic representation of being a devotee to the church. Whilst, you know, illustrating a couple of these characters like a Jeremy Renner, ultimately these people will come down to their own selfishness, but they're all seeking some sort of truth or escapism for healing through God, right? But they weren't really used as suspects, you know, the way how the other ones were. The other ones are very much like, you are suspects, but you only really focus on like a couple of people.
I mean, you could see slight motivations on if they, because we did get to a point where like, wait, they all are part of this and did it.
But, that's what I thought too.
Yeah. But I mean, more so in the first movie and the second movie, where they gave a real true motivation for each of them. But I still like the ensemble, and it's made that joke too, like, you know, it's not really a who's done it, it's a who's in it type of thing. So
that's part of the game of these movies. And I will say it was really fun not having seen a trailer and not really having any idea who's going to show up. Like I think that's fun.
That's definitely part of the fun.
That
of
was
these movies.
awesome.
I mean, they got to cast the rest of Hollywood in the next movie, and you could also do in the next movie to make it even more personal. Just throwing something out there. Could even frame Benoit Blanc for a murder, and then I have to solve it that way, because now you're really putting him in a very precarious position. Now we're really going out into left field, like in a spot where he's out of his depth, and what are we going to do in this situation? I don't know. Have to wait and see, but I'd be interested in that. It's doing something completely different than the first three films when it comes to Benoit Blanc.
Or give him a Moriarty.
Yeah, someone who's like specifically going after him. Yeah, kind of. That's interesting how the suspects are not really, like, out of a couple of them, they're not really that, like, only a couple of them are really interesting people.
Right.
You know, there's not really that much interestingness. Like, outside of a couple of their introductions, most of them I don't really give a shit about checking in with.
Like, when they zoomed in on Kerry Washington being like, oh, and she's moving on, like, moving her attorney's office, I was like, I don't know, I don't care. I was just like, okay.
I'm like, good for her.
Yeah.
Like, I guess,
I guess having them there is like, there is a good way to highlight how, you know, religion and having your group and people who know, like, sort of who you are and keeping secrets or keeping control, how well those types of people stick together, and they don't view it as a cult. They just view it as, fuck you, this is how we do it.
Yeah.
Well,
which is dangerous.
Yeah,
you know?
and the whole ritual of, like, we're supposed to come together and bare our souls and be vulnerable, but that also gives us all leverage against each other if ever the tide should shift.
Totally.
And, you know, you have this cast of, like, well, everyone's an A-lister, so you can't just assume that, like, oh, this one guy they cast has to be more important, you know. So it's like, this one felt the most like a book to me out of the,
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, and certainly with the way that, with, like, a number of the supporting characters, they're here, but you're not really getting intimate with a lot of them.
Yeah.
Well, I still loved it. I consider
really
my favorite
enjoyed
one
it.
still out of the three, while the other two will have their strengths that this one does not have. I personally would consider this my favorite. We've all got our rankings out there in our own way. Glad we could all do this together as a gang, and none of us
fun.
truly solved it.
Yes.
Guys, what did you think about this movie? Where would you rank this amongst the 3 Knives Out films? Who was your favorite character in
the
this
top
one?
3 for me.
Yeah, amen to that, brother. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Peace out, Reject Nation.